all to temple this evening. The Kiddush this evening is in loving memory of Fred Applebaum from Paul and Sharon Frankel and family. The gift of mindfulness is Wednesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. Join us in person or on Zoom as we explore different kinds of meditation and real-life practices. Saturday, August 16th, the temple will participate in the Better Together faith group along with 30 other congregations. The Toledo Pride Parade starts at 12 noon. See Temple Talk or contact Jessica Susser for details. How good and pleasant it is to dwell together in unity. The Multi-Faith Pride event is Thursday, August 21st at 7 p.m. at the temple. Registration is required and all are welcome to attend. See Temple Talk for link details. Help us make a difference in a family's life. This month, we are collecting laundry detergent for families served by the Jewish Family Services, Sylvania Area Family Services, and Perrysburg Heights Community Center. Donations are accepted anytime the temple is open. No fabric softeners, please. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you to the Social Action Committee for getting that drive started. And I noticed that we already have our first donation, so we're well on our way. It's only August 1st. We have the entire month. I'd like to welcome this evening Rabbi Andy Gordon, who is joining us from out of town, D.C.? Baltimore. I knew it. Okay. Well, welcome to you and your family who are here this evening. And really, how beautiful it is that we are here together as a community again this week, sharing Shabbat together, singing the melodies that are familiar and some that are new. And we have the opportunity to welcome to the Jewish people this evening Sierra and Jeremy, who went to the mikveh earlier today and joined the Jewish people. So we'll have a chance to celebrate with them and welcome them into the community later on. We will begin our service on page 120 with the candle lighting, and I'd like to invite up Sharon Frankel and Pam Jackson to light our Shabbat candles.
Yay, Kyle.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu b'hadliknei shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadliknei shel Shabbat.
On page 127. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. We'll turn now to page 138, join together with Lecha Dodi. When we reach verse 9, we'll stand and face the doorway to welcome in the Shabbat presence. Page 144, the Hatzi Kaddish.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא יברך עדותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב והימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי המיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתעטר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילם ינקוד ברכתה ושירתה, תושבקתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, וימרו אמן.
Please rise for the Baruchu, page 146.
Baruch et Adonai, hamevolach. Baruch Adonai, hamevolach, leolam vahed.
Page 144, the English translation of Ma'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha avta, Amcha avta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachvenu uv'kumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam vaed. Yehem chayenu ve'arech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam
Ve'ahavta on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם מכל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
On this Shabbat, we are beginning the book of Deuteronomy, the book of Devarim, and it can be considered the retelling of the entire Torah. This is the time when Moses is retelling or telling this generation who were not part of the Exodus from Egypt, all that the Jewish people, all that the Israelite people had been through. And so it recounts the crossing of the Red Sea, and it recounts all of their journeys. And eventually in Deuteronomy, we're going to be coming up to these 5 sermons that Moses gives to the people before they enter into the land. And so looking at this top reading on page 157, we often think of Mi Chamocha as really being this exclamation point in the book of Exodus. And here we are at the beginning of Deuteronomy, where we get to know about it again. Not quite in the same way, but as a retelling, a re-experiencing of this liberation from slavery in Egypt. So let's read together at the top of page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Leolam vaed כי פד אדוני את יעקב, וגמלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Vishamru on page 162.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. We'll rise together for the Amidah beginning on page 164.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi hagi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nem Leman Shemo Be'ahava מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב וחושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדבר מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Page 174. Find favor, Adonai, our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer and love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Continue with Ritzeh.
Adonai Eloheinu, be'amecha Yisrael, u'tefilhatam be'ahava תהי לרצון, תמיד עבודת ישראל. ישראל עמך, אל קרוב לכל קוראיו פינה אל עבדיך וכוננו שפוך רוחך בשובך לציון. ברחמים ברוך אתה
Turn now in our prayer books to page 371 as we offer our prayer for healing. In our community this week, we are praying for the healing of Sarah Taub and Michael Gordon. If there are others that we'd like to mention, I would encourage you to do so. We'll start on this side of the room.
Dave Saltzman.
Join together.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
May all those that we named out loud or in our hearts find healing and wholeness very soon. Amen. We'll take the next few moments for our own personal prayer.
Say shalom, shalom bimrav. Uya say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Uya say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. shalom, shalom imramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael, amen.
We are currently in this time known as the 3 weeks in the Jewish calendar, beginning on the 17th of Tammuz all the way through Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, which begins tomorrow evening. All of these days in the 3 weeks have been semi-mourning. Traditionally, observant Jews have abstained from parties and eating meat, getting married, and cutting their hair. It is said that during these 3 weeks was when the Romans breached the walls, set up idols in the temple, and eventually destroyed the Second Temple altogether. For those who observe, tomorrow night into Sunday is a 24-hour fast where Jews sit on low benches or on the floor. They sing keynotes or dirges, chant from the Book of Lamentations, recognizing this calamity and other calamities that have befallen the Jewish people. As I was reflecting on this observance with my colleague, Rabbi Simone Schicker, she shared the following story from the Talmud with me. It follows another story with the same rabbis, also dealing with the aftermath of the destruction of the Second Temple. So when it says on another occasion, it means because they had already been talking about it in this section. Here's the story. On another occasion, they were ascending to Jerusalem after the destruction of the temple. When they arrived at Mount Scopus, they saw the site of the temple. They rent their garments in mourning and in keeping with this halachic practice. When they arrived at the Temple Mount, they saw that a fox had emerged from the site of the Holy of Holies, the place where only the high priest could go. They began weeping, and Rabbi Akiva started laughing. They said to him, "For what reason are you laughing?" Rabbi Akiva said to them, "For what reason are you weeping?" They said to him, "This is the place concerning with which it is written, and the non-priest who approaches shall die. This is a place only for the high priest. And now foxes walk in it. How shall we not weep? How should we not cry?" Rabbi Akiva said to them, "This is why I am laughing. As it is written, when God revealed the future to the prophet Isaiah, Isaiah wrote, 'And I will take to me faithful witnesses to attest, Uriah the priest and Zechariah the son of Yerobechiah.'" Now, what is the connection between Uriah and Zechariah? They're from two different time periods. He clarifies the difficulty. Uriah prophesies during the first temple period. Zechariah prophesies during the second temple period, as he was among those who had returned to Zion from Babylonia. Rather, the verse established that fulfillment of the prophecy of Zechariah is dependent on the fulfillment of the prophecy of Uriah. In the prophecy of Uriah, it is written, "Therefore, for your sake, Zion shall be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become rubble, and the Temple Mount as the high places of the forest, where foxes are found." There is a rabbinic tradition that said that this was prophesied by Uriah. In the prophecy of Zechariah, so this first prophecy was that Jerusalem would be destroyed and there would be foxes there. In the second prophecy written by Zechariah, It says, "There shall yet be elderly men and elderly women sitting in the streets of Jerusalem." Until the prophecy of Uriah with regard to the destruction of the city was fulfilled, I was afraid that the prophecy of Zechariah would not be fulfilled. As the two prophecies are linked, now that the prophecy of Uriah was fulfilled, it is evident that the prophecy of Zechariah remains valid, meaning that there will be a return of people in the city. The Gemara adds, saying, "The sages said to him, employing this formulation, Akiva, you have comforted us. You have comforted us." Because the first prophecy was fulfilled, they assumed that the second prophecy would also be fulfilled and that Jerusalem would once again be a place that was habitable for the Jewish people. This story is often shared around Tisha B'Av because it is a reminder that even though bad things happen, it does not mean that all hope is lost. We can all think of bright spots in our world that is, in some places, physically and spiritually, in rubble, in ruins. And one of the bright spots that I wanted us to think about in moments of hope is that we have welcomed 2 new Jewish people into the children of Israel today. Jeremy and Sierra have chosen to link their lives with ours and the generations that have come before because they find value in our teachings and community, just like we all do. With everything happening in the world, it would be easy to take a pass in joining the Jewish people, but instead, they and others who are in this room have doubled down and are now walking the path with all of us. When thinking about the impact of hope, I remember these words from Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs. It was written in April of 2008. He wrote, "Western civilization is the product of 2 cultures, ancient Greece and ancient Israel. The Greeks believed in fate. The future is determined by the past. Jews believed in freedom. There is no evil decree that cannot be averted. The Greeks gave the world the concept of tragedy. Jews gave it the idea of hope. To be a Jew is to be an agent of hope in the world, serially threatened by despair. Every ritual, every mitzvah, every syllable of every Jewish story, every element of Jewish law is a protest escapism, resignation, or blind acceptance of faith. Judaism is a sustained struggle, the greatest ever known, against the world that is, in the name of the world that could be, should, but is not yet. There is no more challenging vocation. Throughout history, when human beings have sought hope, they have found it in the Jewish story. Judaism is the religion, and Israel, the children of Israel, the home of hope. As we begin the book of Deuteronomy, as we acknowledge the holy day of Tisha B'Av, as we begin the countdown to the High Holy Days, may you all find hope in your daily lives. May you find guidance from our tradition, and may you be blessed with purpose and direction. Shabbat Shalom. And now I would love to have Jeremy and Sarah come up as we welcome them officially into our community. They've already been members of our temple, and now they've come to this place, which is beautiful. So we'll go over here. You may also be seeing Jeremy and Sarah in a few weeks for their Ufraf. They're about to get married too in a few weeks in August, so it's very exciting for them. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yavarech et Shavtia bat Avraham v'Sarah and Yirmiyahu ben Avraham v'Sarah. May the God who blessed our ancestors Abraham and Sarah, Isaac, Rebekah, Jacob, and Leah bless the 2 of you who have cast their lot with the Jewish people. May you both, as Garrett Sedek, be Garrett Sedek among the people of God of Abraham and Sarah. And may you both prosper in all of your worthy endeavors, and may the work of your hands be blessed. Together we say, Amen.
Amen.
I'm going to have them read together this statement of their joining the Jewish people.
Of my own free will, I choose to enter the eternal covenant between God and the people of Israel.
Myself to the pursuit of Torah
and Jewish knowledge,
I promise to establish a Jewish home and to participate actively in the life of the synagogue and the Jewish community.
If I should be blessed with more children, I promise to raise them as Jews. I commit to building a meaningful relationship with the state of Israel and its people. I accept Judaism to the inclusion of all the other religious faiths and practices. Under all circumstances, I will be loyal to the Jewish people and to Judaism.
Beautiful. That's okay. No problem. As you two stand here before the commanding presence of the Torah behind these doors, the Jewish people's most cherished treasure, may it lead you on the way and guide you now that you have received it. May it be carried with you at all times throughout your lives, physically and spiritually and emotionally. And may its presence bring you peace and connection and joy as you go forward. Now, Andy and I are going to offer you our oldest blessing from the Torah in front of the open ark, and I would invite the congregation to please rise. Do you want the words? You can. Okay. All right. I'm going to put my hands on your shoulder if that's okay.
Yivarekecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
Sierra and Jeremy, may God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha ve'kunecha.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. Shalom.
And may God's presence always be with you and bring you peace. Amen.
Amen.
On a count of three, we can all say Mazel Tov. 1, 2, 3, Mazel Tov! Beautiful. Thank you. We're going to remain standing as we turn in our prayer books to page 586 for Aleinu. Page 591.
Shalom.
Please be seated. Page 592, our meditation before the Kaddish. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people that I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. In our community this week, we are remembering 4 who've been laid to rest in the most recent 30 days. Phyllis Bernstein, Susan Jane Burson, 3, Susan Jane Burson, and Elaine Hirschman. We are also remembering this week Fred Applebaum, Waldo Ashmeyer, Benjamin Balshone, Florence Z. Benway, Max Buntman, Ethel K. Chabin, Donald J. Coughlin, Carmen Del Nostro, Howard Fink, Audrey Freed, Paulette Gross Green, Barry Greenblatt, Joseph R. Harper, Arthur Hutner, Lance Corporal Philip Jacob, Regina L. Jacobson, Zach Judas, Lenore Kravitz, Marcy L. Barkin-Levan, Bruce Miller, Tracy L. Oppenheim, Ernest A. Powder, Shirley Bell Robbins, Barney S. Romanoff, Marjorie Romanoff, William Sherman, Jenny Siegel, Joseph A. Siegel, Burton Silverman, Svi Taub, Sidney Tushman, and Louis Wasserstrom. Are there any others that we'd like to mention this week? The words to the Mourner's Kaddish are on page 598. We'll rise together. Yit Gadol, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma, Divrach, Yeruteh, V'yamlich Malchuteh, B'chayechon, Uv'yomechon, Uv'chayei Techol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalal, V'zman Kariv, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Omei Amaya. Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei Kedusha B'rechu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing.
Amen.
May be seated. Our closing song this evening is Ein Keloheinu on page 626.
Amen.
into the Shabbat filled with hope for the future. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.